In this vlog, we will see how to make a simple dashboard in a Flutter. In our previous vlog, we have seen how to install Flutter onto your system and how to configure the SDK in your Android Studio. I am using Android Studio for making these Flutter apps. So, if you are comfortable with Android Studio, you can follow, or else if you are having any issue with the Android Studio and if you want to have Visual Studio, please do let me know in the comment section below. So let us start this tutorial. So this is our main dot file. This is the file which will be loaded when you run the Flutter application. So here, as you can see, main is the main method for any program to start the program. Okay, so here we have the same main here. From there we are diverting to my app, a class extended by stateless widget, inside which we are returning a scaffold. So inside scaffold we are declaring an app bar. So in app bar generally is like you can see in the screen here. So this dashboard is there, right? So I think you will get much clarity now. So this dashboard in Android and iOS is called as an app bar. So in that app bar we are declaring a title like dashboard, and inside the body, so body is again the this area inside this white color area is a body here. So we are considering column, and here center tag, inside center tag we are considering a child as column, and for inside column we took children widget. So why we use these widgets like column is like we are specifying the, I mean, it's row or column. I think you may know what is row and what is a column. So here we are specifying a column inside which we are taking children. Why children? Because we want to take multiple buttons inside it. If you want to take a single button, you need not specify children here or column here. You can directly specify your material button in the child. But here we are making a dashboard. A dashboard may contain one or more buttons, so we are following this hierarchy. So inside this column we are again considering a row. So to get your better clarity, our entire body is wrapped under this column only. So what the buttons you are seeing here, these are four buttons are inside this single column only. So when you expand it, so inside the single column we are taking multiple rows here. So the rows are in horizontal direction and columns are in vertical direction. Okay, so here inside row we have taken center gravity. If you are coming from Android background, you might having gravity as center, so that is what we have considered. So this entire block is the first row, including the white color spaces you are seeing. So we have taken center so that it looks in the center position like this, and also we have considered some padding for each button. So we have considered 20.0. Here you can see as padding around the button. So the first button is profile button. So here profile, menu, settings and about. So here we have declared a height and width, and here color and also text color. So here inside child we have declared the name of the button and the functionality on press what needs to be done. So here a dashboard functionality is to move from that particular dashboard screen to the respective screens here. So here we are having four screens: profile, settings, menu and about. So these are the four screens we are considering in the simple dashboard, and if you want some additional buttons, so you need to adjust this particular code. Okay, so till padding, so here it is there, right? So this particular block of code is a button here. So you might make multiple buttons like this and multiple screens also. And also one more thing to show you here, these screens, class, profile, stateless, widget, this entire code we can also place it here. But whenever you're going to deal with big projects, it's better to separate every code depending upon their modularity. Why? Because keeping up the code in a single page sometimes may be confusing for you and is also tough to for any developer to go through. So every time you are making a good project, try to divide the code as much as possible and make the code much more simpler in the way of dealing with it. So here we have provided a on press functionality which will move our screen from this particular dashboard to that particular profile screen or whatever the screen it might be. So here I am showing you the two variants here. This one is Android and here it's iOS. So as we have discussed earlier, Flutter we made code easily for both Android and iOS at a single time. So here we have given a single code base, and out of which we have got two version of apps here. And you can see there is no big changes, and here the app bar is, the text is loaded to the left side, and in iOS it is in the center. But as you can observe the code, we have not provided anything here over here in app bar. It's just we have provided a title. And according to the Android and iOS system configurations, it has adjusted itself for left and center. So here let us see the way this code works, profile and iOS. You can see the same way, there is no any differentiation you can observe here. And we have provided a dashboard back button, and also here the same way in Android also we have provided two buttons, back button and dashboard button. I could see iOS a little bit faster than Android. I mean, you are also observing the same. It's I mean, you can clearly see that the way iOS works is, I mean, the app in iOS works is much faster. So yeah, this is the way. And you can also see the designs of the buttons, it's exactly the same, and the color, everything the same code. The two outputs are we are getting from the same code, so it's generally same thing we might see. And from coming tutorials I will be showing you what are the things we can do in the Flutter, and what are the new designs and aspects involved in the Flutter app generation. So if you have missed the previous tutorial on Flutter introduction, do watch it in the description section below. And also if you are having any queries in setting the environment and also in making this code work in your system, do let us know in the comment section below and reach us through our social networking handles. And this is it for this tutorial. Do subscribe us for more interesting tutorials coming up on Flutter.